What's up for this week? A shave stick from Spain and an explanation from Barrister and Mann about how to get the best post-shave results from their Excelsior base. Coming up in just a minute. Hello again, Michael Friedberg here from beautiful North Carolina on just a gorgeous spring day. Well, a little cloudy in the morning, but it's starting to break up and it's just going to be beautiful again. I have again only one product for review today. It is going to be another shave stick review, Leia. This is the Jabón de Afeitar shaving soap. This is a tallow-based soap with lanolin and glycerin. It comes in this travel tube. Let me just pull the top off there. Just a pop off. A very simple white soap. It comes in this with a plastic base which has in the bottom three small sort of notches that allows you to press the soap into the base and really hold it in place. It does have small air holes, so you can put this away dry-ish. I wouldn't put this away soaking wet, obviously, but this makes a great travel format. Just pop the top on and go. When this soap stick is done, let's pretend when, I'll just hold on to this plastic base and just reuse this for any future shave sticks that I have that do not come with the base. That should all be able to, generally speaking, they're all about the same size. It should fit great in here. I just have to remember that I've replaced a other shave stick into this container. All right, let me wet my face. And then while I'm loading the soap, I have a bit of an update for you on the Excelsior base from Barrister and Mann. So this is about 3 days of growth because of some travel out to Bellevue, Washington for a conference at Microsoft. I took the red eye back on Thursday night, which meant I shaved Thursday morning, skipped Friday, skipped Saturday, and now I'm shaving on Sunday. So a bit more growth than usual. All right, so let me just wet the shave stick. I'm just gonna dip it into the water and just press it back into the base. All right, there we go. Again, just gonna rub this on my face. Let me just repeat the advice from the last shave stick I used in case you haven't seen that video. You should rub the soap on your face in such a way that it feels comfortable to do so. If you're rubbing it like hard against the grain and it doesn't feel good, don't do that. You're gonna get plenty of soap even if you just were to follow the grain pattern and just move the soap along your face with the grain. As you can see, there's still plenty of soap coming off. That should be plenty. Okay, let me get lathered up. I just pick a synthetic brush at random because when I travel, I generally travel with a synthetic brush, sometimes with that little miniature borer, but this time it was a synthetic brush. And I have way fewer than I remember, of course, because I've given away so many of them. So it just happens to be the Ever Ready 200 again with the tuxedo knot. So I've just kind of wet that through. I'm gonna shake out most of the water so as not to make too much of a mess when I start. So while I'm lathering up, let's talk about the Excelsior base from last week. As I had reported, and apparently I am not the only one who experienced this, in fact this seems to be a pretty common piece of feedback, the Excelsior base can be very drying, at least for the post-shave. And the reason for that is that it contains xanthan gum, which tracks water in a kind of a tremendous way. So even a little bit of xanthan gum is going to pull a lot of water out of your skin. So what you need to do in order to sort of counteract that effect is when you're lathering one of the Excelsior base soaps is to add more water than you think you need, and then add some more water after that, and then a bit more water after that. So you need to really, really hydrate that through. The lather that I had was absolutely fine, perfectly smooth, very slick, protective. The only difference being that if I'd added more water and then more water yet again, it would have alleviated some of the draw of water out of my skin from the xanthan gum. So just be aware of that. If you are using one of the Excelsior based soaps, make sure you use more water than you might normally, and you should see that post-shave quality completely turn around. I'll be able to test that for myself with the next puck that I buy, but I just don't have any left right now to experiment with. All right, so let's talk about this soap. This apparently was formulated or reformulated into a vegan recipe that apparently did not work very well. And they listened to the hue and cry of their consumers and they've gone back to a tallow-based formula, which includes lanolin and glycerin. And as you can see, no issue building a lather with the soap. Very easy. In terms of scent, it's just a light, clean, soapy scent. Nothing, no particular scent really to speak of. There we go. That looks very, very nice. Nice slick feel on the face. As you can see, very easy to work with. All right, I'm gonna rinse my hands. The razor for today is going to be one of my favorite razors. It's the Fatip Gentile, the Testina Gentile, in my original, which was the gunmetal finish, which as you can see is well nigh entirely gone. So there was a person asking on Reddit about whether I should purchase the special edition, because of course you get both head styles, and it's colored, it's black and gold. I don't know if that finish is going to last any longer than any of the other finishes on the Fatip. I would expect the worst, and if that doesn't happen, all the better. The blade for today is a Gillette Wilkinson sword, and it is on its 5th shave. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah. I found this blade, by the way, to work very, very well in this razor for these first 2 passes, and the soap makes this so easy. Just great guide. I know people say it's a very mild razor compared to the Grande or the Piccolo for the open comb head style, but as you can see, it has really taken off that beard. Nice creamy texture to the lather. Feels soft and slick. Of course, like all shave sticks, it's a hard soap, so I would imagine that stick is going to last quite a while. Yeah, shave sticks, just because of the format, they make great travel companions. Wow, there we go. Quick first pass. When you rinse the soap, very nice residual slickness, especially when you get it this wet. All right, let's lather up again. I'll show you what the brush looks like. Plenty in there. Now this is just another one of those simple commercial soaps. Readily available to many, still easily purchased online if you need to. I picked this up last year at the Maggard Razors meetup. Kind of stocked up on shave sticks. I wanted to run through again some of the old favorites and try out some of these other ones that I hadn't tried before. There we go. I think I might still have 5 left to go, including, for those of you who are wondering, and in fact it is going to happen, a return of the Taboc shave stick, which has been sitting airing out the entire time since I last used it, and it smells exactly the same as it did those many years ago. Very nice slickness on this soap. All right, so moving through across the grain, change the angle up here a little bit. There we go. Ouch. I've had some persistent irritation in the bottom of my neck, so I'm not going to go crazy down there. I'm just going to use basically the same passes I did for the first pass. A very mild angle change. Yeah, good residual slickness there. All right, mustache. Well, that went quite well indeed. All right, let's rinse off. By the way, you don't need to rinse between passes if you don't want to. I just like the feeling. I feel like it adds a bit of extra water. Make sure that whatever you're now adding or lathering is going to go on a wet face and not on a dry face. Also gives you a quick chance to feel if in fact you have a bit of an unseen nick or some irritation building when the water hits it. Squeeze out the remainder of that lather. That's got a nice, very nice look to it. As you can see, good density, holds together well. Yeah, I was really happy to hear back from Barrister and Matt about the post-shave quality of the shave I had last week with the Excelsior base. That just sounds like good advice. And it may be one of those things where maybe they add to the packaging or something like that to let people know more water, way more water. Because other than that, that's really beautiful shaving soap. And the scent, Vespers, is just fantastic. It's one of those scents, as I said last week, it's kind of doesn't matter what the actual notes are. It's the overall scent and the, sort of the picture that it paints, which is, a real step beyond. All right, last pass. This is against the grain. Now, this is oddly, where despite the quality of the first two passes, this blade, for some reason, not on those spots yet, but under my neck, down here, is oddly uncomfortable. Yeah, just a little tuggy for some reason. Wow, really nice. It's really easy to forget in today's very crowded and truly stellar artisan environment. A marketplace full of just products you have got to love. But there are plenty of these other alternatives that give you a great shave, excellent value, and yes, you are missing out on things like a artisan's focus on scent or a significant number of additional fats in the soap or a real focus on post-shave quality. a host of things. Maybe they support a good cause. There's a variety of reasons to continue to purchase artisan soaps, and I will certainly continue to do so. However, we should definitely not neglect the fact that there are a lot of very good commercial soaps out there as well, delivering great shaves every day. All right, rinsing. It is a little bit difficult to rinse off. It's got a nice bit of kind of residual fatty feel to it. I would imagine that's the lanolin coming into play. All right, let's towel off. Lovely, just lovely. Yeah, and that razor is like such an old familiar shoe. It just slips on and fits perfectly. Just completely automatic shave with that. Just, yeah. One of my favorites, absolutely one of my favorites. All right, aftershave, but not before we talk about the post-shave. So, there is a layer of slight fatty slickness, which I imagine is the glycerin and the lanolin coming into play, but the soap is still pretty drying. So if you were to wait 10-15 minutes, your face would feel dry and tight. So just want to make sure you know that. Right now, directly after the shave, not bad, but I can already feel that that's going to begin tightening up. And I know from experience in the last couple days, absolutely, if you just let that sit, it's going to be quite dry and tight. However, again, as I mentioned last time, it kind of doesn't matter because I'm going to spray on a significant amount of this delicious smelling Epsilon Blue. I guess it's called Blue Mediterranean. Absolutely beautiful stuff. I don't know if this smells just like the Floyd Blue. Let's pretend that it smells exactly like it. Maybe it doesn't. Bit of an alcohol burn, which is what I would expect. Oh God, that just feels so good going on. And that's the thing, like I know that strictly speaking, I really, if I wanted my skin to be top notch, I wouldn't use an alcohol-based aftershave. This is definitely drying, counteracts whatever skin moisturizing effect the soap might have had. But the trade-off is the face feel of the alcohol splash just to me just seems like it's the thing that's supposed to happen as part of a shave. And let's face it, stuff smells fantastic. So I feel like that's a easy trade-off. All right, my friends, that's it. We are done. Lickety split. Very, very nice close shave. That's 3 days of growth completely gone. Wow. Very nice smooth shave. I took it easy down here just to counteract the bit of tugginess from that blade. Still very smooth and very comfortable shave. Whew, let's run through these products again quick as to close out this video. The Lea, this is the Jabón de Afeitar, the shaving soap from Spain. A beautiful, simple, clean, soapy smell, very easy to use. It is a tallow, lanolin, and glycerin based shaving soap. In this case, it is the shaving stick version, which comes in this blue plastic holder. There's the stick, a delightful column of white soapy goodness. Excellent soap, really easy to use, very good lather, good slickness. Not so great post-shave. Obviously, the immediate post-shave is there, but over time, of course, it just gets a bit dry and tight. Counteract that with a balm if you like, or like me, splash on the aftershave and just smell delicious. That's your alternative. Today's razor, one of my all-time favorites. Love this thing, the Fatip Testina Gentile with the Gillette Wilkinson sword blade in there. That blade is 100% going to be swapped out. I have, coming up, I think starting next week, I received from a YouTube viewer, Michael Ray, a pack of Persona 74 tungsten blades. Those should give me shaves after shaves after shaves. I managed to wiggle one of them out of the holder. They've been in there for a long time, so I had to kind of work it out. I'm going to start shaving with that next week, and we'll just see how many shaves I'm able to get out of that blade. They are legendary blades, and I hope to find out that they are as good as people make them out to be. My hopes are very high. Okay, let's not forget about my dear friend, the Ever-Ready 200 reknotted with a tuxedo knot. Of the synthetic knots, I would say the tuxedo is kind of on the lower end for me. I just find it a bit springy and a little bit hard to get to splay. I think the Sinbad knot is definitely better. The Timberwolf knot is definitely better. I just, it's not a bad knot. It's a good knot. I just think there are better synthetic knots. And then let's close it out with this absolutely fantastic aftershave, Epsilon Blue Mediterranean. Beautiful scent, goes on like an aftershave should feel. A nice hit, good cooling effect, smells great. Just fantastic overall. Well, all right, my friends, that's it once again. Thank you again so much for watching. I really appreciate the time you're taking to watch these videos. I think I'm caught up on all the comments from the last 2 weeks, so appreciate your patience in that regard. Of course, as always, please feel free to leave your comments and questions against this video or any previous video. And until next time, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye